I slipped in some freezer cooking today, so I have some sausage breakfast muffins, sausage quiche muffins that I'm going to stick in the freezer, and this will be breakfast for one day. I've got a loaf of blueberry bread cooling, and then I'm going to stick that in a Ziploc bag and stick that in the freezer, and that will be breakfast for probably a couple of mornings with some fruit. And then I have a meatloaf getting ready to go in the freezer, and this is actually going to be supper one day next week when we have lots of activities on our schedule. I'll be able to stick this in the crock pot before we head out for the day, and we'll have meatloaf for supper. So I'm excited about all the freezer cooking that I've been able to get accomplished today. I have 2 loaves of homemade bread in the oven that will soon be coming out to cool, and I would have done more, but I'm out of milk, and so I needed milk for the next recipe. So hopefully I will get some more freezer cooking done tomorrow. Good job. Let me look at it. Doing a good job with your... The weather has gotten cooler again in our area, and so I have beef stew cooking in the crock pot. This will make a great meal that will free me up to get some other things done. It smells great. What we're reading, I thought I needed to do an update on that too. We haven't done that in a while. In the Bible, we are in Exodus and we are also in Romans, so we're working on that. And then my 14-year-old is reading this book. I've read it. It's fantastic. Songbirds Are Free. We're actually going to go and visit some of the locations where Mary was after he finishes this book. So if you haven't read this one, I encourage you to do so. My 9-year-old is reading this one, Star in the Storm. I think she's about halfway through it, and she just started it the other day, but she really likes it. She's enjoying that one. Then we're going through the Little House series with our younger 2 kids. We've gone through it with our older ones, but we are on the 3rd book now, Farmer Boy. And this book has some fantastic descriptions, particularly about food in it. So it's fun to read this one and to find out about Almanzo's life when he was a boy. And then we are working through the Moody series, and we're about halfway through this one. Some friends loaned us this book, and then we all caught the flu back in the winter, so it kind of slowed us down on the Moody series. But it's just a really sweet little series that we're enjoying. We're doing read-alouds with these 2. And then my 9-year-old's reading this one on her own, and then my 9th grader is reading this one on his own. So we can really do some living history with these 2 particularly, but we're excited about getting to travel to some of the locations where this book took place. So we are getting ready to decorate for Easter. The girls are putting up some window clings. And we've been working on freezer cooking today. And we're trying to get the house in order. And we had almost forgotten to get out our Easter decorations. And we didn't want to let that time get by. So we've been busy today. The girls have put the new tablecloth on the table for Easter. And we picked up some plates and napkins as well when we were at the dollar store today. So
put in the comments if you
that's
like.
Fudge pie cooling on the counter. These 2 are going to some friends. And I also finally got around to making the mini chocolate chip muffins. And you can see they've already sampled a couple of these. But the top rack will be breakfast in the morning, and the bottom rack's going into the freezer for breakfast another day.